to the second. Whoa, wait. Oh my God! Omos just kicked the guitar out of Riker's hands. Yeah, smart move, Riker. Get out of there. Omos destroyed the guitar with one kick.
Jordan Omogbehin first appeared in the unconventional role of a ninja this year with Akira Tozawa. Since he's been seen as a bouncer for the now cancelled Raw Underground, currently he's the bodyguard of AJ Styles but has not been overly involved. While fans wait for his breakout, this is Wrestling Hub, and here are 10 things you need to know about Jordan Omogbehin. Omogbehin's first ever match was produced by WWE legend Scott Hall, who spoke about his experience working with him.
Yeah, it was great. I was actually in Orlando about 8 or 9 days because I went in early.
Yeah.
But I spoke to Triple H in the past about who's training the big guys.
Yeah.
So we had kind of a mini big guys summit, where I got to watch films with the bigger guys and then have one-on-ones with some of them, and even get in the ring and talk about their different move sets and what they got and stuff. And man, I'll tell you, I saw this new kid they have down there, Jordan.
We were just talking about him.
Big kid, like 7'4", about 440, just a monster. And I was there for his debut match, and I got to produce it. And it's just that connection. You know how it is when you connect with a guy and when he doesn't know anything and you teach him something.
Yeah.
And they come back to the curtain, and then you have a relationship with that person for the rest of their career.
Yeah.
Omogbehin has always stood out, and this was the case as well when it came to his class in WWE. In October of 2018, he was in the PC along with Matt Riddle, Mia Yim, Daniel Vidic, Chelsea Green, Humberto Carrillo, and Luis Martinez. It's safe to say almost every star on this list had some success in WWE. Martinez is Damian Priest, and he is one of the most high-profile stars on NXT. Chelsea Green and Mia Yim have been big parts of NXT as well. Riddle is the biggest name on the list, being a hot prospect on Raw. Carrillo is also wrestled on the main roster. Only Daniel Vidic remains less involved, but he even has faced Sheamus on SmackDown. Coming in alongside these names, Jordan has a lot to live up to. Being one of the tallest stars, Omogbehin has an air of dominance. In his first ever match, he was booked strongly against Team 3.0 of Jeffrey Parker and Matthew Menard Lee, and defeated them easily by pressing their skulls into the mat and pinning them at the same time. The move was similar to the Great Khali's Vice Grip, but Jordan used only one hand in the mat for each star.
You're totally cute. Is that cute to you? What did I do, bro? I got time for this, Riddle. Let's go, Omos. I'll get you back, bro.
Jordan is one whose name in WWE has remained a mystery. No one has really referred to him by any name until recently, when AJ Styles and Riddle called him Omos. For now, that appears to be his given name, and they won't have him going by Jordan Omogbehin, despite him calling himself that on Twitter. It had been reported during an NXT live event he was calling himself Tomu, but later when he appeared at another live event, he defeated Cesar Bononi and he was introduced as Jordan. Kevin Nash referred to him as Big Jordan, and that's the name that he was called in several other live events. While Omos looks great as a bodyguard, Dave Meltzer revealed his in-ring prowess was exactly what WWE officials were worried about. With the exception of Giant Gonzalez and Giant Silva, he's probably the tallest guy modern that there's been in 40 years. I know Max Palmer was reputed to be 8'2", and I've heard people say he was really 7'6". This guy is the tallest guy I think we've had in wrestling, and he is impressive looking. He's not fat, just a big giant guy. What I've heard from people who've watched him is he's not that impressive when you can watch him wrestle. So it's a tricky thing, because you can do this for a while, but where do you go, because these roles usually transition to the ring and he is very slow, from what I was told. It's like it's really impressive him standing there, but in the matches he's done on NXT, it was not like Andre the Giant, where he goes in there and everything he does gets over. They try to have him do big man spots, but people don't really go for it. With this, there's a reason to worry about this Giant's future.
Here's Omogbehin.
Before WWE, Jordan had a college basketball career from 2012 to 2015 before joining wrestling in 2018. Attending and graduating from Atlantic Shores Christian Academy in Chesapeake, Virginia for high school, he continued to play for the University of South Florida as a center. Omogbehin would play for the University of South Florida until 2014, staying at Michigan State University in Baltimore till 2015. Nowadays, the wrestling landscape has changed in WWE. Before, wrestling talent used to directly debut on the main roster, often while others went through a developmental territory with local TV. Nowadays, WWE stars never debut on the main roster without competing on NXT. Still, there are exceptions like Braun Strowman when he debuted, having his first few matches on Raw after SummerSlam. Now, Jordan has proven himself to be another exception. He only wrestled on NXT live events before this and now is part of the main roster. It should be noted though, he has not wrestled on the main roster, only acting as a bodyguard. OMOGBEHIN'S appearance in WWE has attracted the attention of every wrestling fan. At 7'3", he's one of the tallest superstars. The Undertaker, Braun Strowman, Great Khali, and Big Show come in at 6'10", 6'8", 7'1", and 7 feet tall. WWE has, however, always been known as the land of the giants. Still, Jordan was even taller than one of the tallest men in WWE, Giant Silva, who was 7'2". Despite this, he is only the third tallest WWE giant of all time behind Andre the Giant at 7'4", and finally, the tallest of all time, Giant Gonzalez at 8 feet. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were in WWE to help bigger talent. Jordan was among those as Nash talked about how much fun it was to work with him. Nash praised him and posted a picture with him on Instagram, and also made fun of Triple H by recalling his old name, Terror Rising. Spent the past week at the PC and things are looking up. Big Jordan got the Outsiders crash course. He's incredibly agile and athletic and has me to block any thoughts of Oz. Amazing talent at NXT, have really enjoyed every aspect of the week. Big fan of the guy running it, think they call him Triple H. Reminds me of a Click WCW favorite, Terror Rising. OMOGBEHIN, Wesley Blake of the Forgotten Sons, and Xylee teamed with other NXT stars and Florida Special Olympic athletes to actually pull a plane. They pulled a plane and it was part of a fundraiser with teams of 15 pulling the 60-ton Boeing 737 in an exciting feat of strength. And these were things you did not know about Jordan Omogbehin. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.